And let's get into talking about Facebook. So everyone here has a Facebook page. And listen, one thing I want you all to know is everybody who starts a Facebook page has a Facebook page that starts with 0 likes, 0 people liking it, right? Every page starts at 0. So we all start at the same place. We all start with the same ability, with the same amount of reach, with the same amount of people to connect with. Okay. Now, everything we're talking about this week is about Facebook pages, not about Facebook groups, and not about your Facebook personal profile. So let's take a minute and just define the use of those 3 spaces on Facebook. Your Facebook personal profile. Now, some people call those your Facebook personal page. I prefer not to call it that because a profile and a page have 2 very different functions. They work differently. They don't have the same bells and whistles. They are completely different. So I find I get confused if I call them both pages because they aren't both pages. So I very much keep it personal profile, business page. Allows me to not be confused, which happens. So personal profile is for personal use. When you start your profile, you agree to that in your terms of conditions with Facebook when you set it up. So if you start doing business on your profile, Facebook, if they find out, could shut you down, and you don't want that. Your profile has friends. There's a limit to only 5,000. They send you a friend request and you have to accept it, or you send a friend request to them and they have to accept it. There's no marketing support at all in that space. It's a great space for keeping up with family and friends, acquaintances, and business networking. I do a lot of my networking on my profile, okay? Because I do have connections on there that are business connections, and I still want to be able to build relationships with them. I don't worry about trying to get them to like my page. I just do very subtle business networking on my profile. Then your business page is the space that Facebook has given us to grow our business. It has all the marketing details, lots of analytics available. There's no limit to how many people can like your page. You can ban people if you don't like them. You can limit who can see your page, all those sorts of things. And you need it to do any advertising down the road. You do not need to advertise. You can do so much with Facebook to grow your business without advertising. And I'll tell you, I have probably spent less than most people would think advertising because of how I focused on growing my business based on relationships, not just cold marketing to people. Then the other space is a Facebook group, which is what this is, and where you can go deeper with people who've already raised their hands and said that they wanted to know more about you and your business and what you do. All right, is that making sense about that? Just type in the number 3 if that's making sense to you about the 3 areas on Facebook. All right, we all start with no likes. That's right, Darla. Now, once we start our page, I think most of us then say, well, let's invite our family and our friends and some business acquaintances and the people that we met at the chamber or at the networking event we were at. We'll invite some people and they'll get that notification and maybe they'll like it and maybe they won't. I see you guys are getting this about the 3 spaces on Facebook. So, we start by inviting people, and that's great. Family and friends are going to be the biggest supporters we have in our business, and that's a great thing to do to start with. But seriously, those people, the family and friends, are not really going to be enough to sustain a business for us or grow a thriving business for us. So we really need to reach past the realm of our family and friends. Now, I want you to envision this. I just discovered last week Facebook has grown. Up until last week, as far as I knew, Facebook had 2.2 billion active users. Billion with a B, billion active users every month on Facebook. Well, last week I read a new statistic, 3.1 billion users. Now, to give you some perspective, my country, Canada, we have 36 million people. 3.1 billion people on Facebook. So if we're reaching 100 people that are family and friends, we are not even scraping the surface yet. But how do we get people who don't know us to see us? to see us. And that's the first thing that we need to do, is make sure that they see us and know that we even exist, so that they can like our page and then engage with our content, right? That's really the process. And then when people like our page and engage with our content, and we build relationships with them, we don't have to feel like a hard sell person. We can now invite people very gently, very kindly into working with us when we know what it is that they need. And that's where we start with today, about community building and client connection. Now, this is probably the most important thing that we're going to cover. It may not be the most exciting thing. I can guarantee you there are going to be 2 days, Friday and Saturday, I believe, where you're going to be more excited for the content, because it's going to get you to that zing, zang, zoom that you want. But this stuff is going to make that stuff work better. Okay, so this is the foundation. You guys, everybody's saying 3. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you guys are really participating. And if you're just coming in, please say hi and let me know who you are and where you're from, okay? Because I see people are still joining us. So why do we need to know this? The more we know about the people that like our page, that are our prospects, that are potential clients for us, the more we can build connections with them and relationships with them. Just like you saw this past week, I wanted to get to know you. So I was asking you questions that had you telling me about you. Well, what better way for me to serve you and tell you how you can use Facebook to grow your business than by me knowing about you? Because it's not just a one pill fits all. It's the same processes, but it's personalized and customized to you and your business and your prospects and your clients. Okay, so this is so important, and it's one of the things that will help you to stand out in the newsfeed in that massive 3 billion person room. That's the way I see Facebook. It's a room, it's a party that I've attended, and I've walked in the door and it's jammed. Have you ever walked into a room like that where you walk in and you can barely get in the door because it's so crowded? That's what Facebook's like in my mind. And you walk in and you close the door behind you and you're kind of plastered up against the wall, and there's all these people right in front of you, and you know there's a sea of people all the way over there towards the kitchen, but you are stuck in front of these 4 people, 5 people in front of you. So all you can do is say hi to those people. Well, if you're not going to do anything more than say hi, you're all going to get kind of bored. You know what they're going to do? They're going to turn around and talk to the people on the other side of them. But if you turn around, you're facing the door because you didn't get in very far. So what are you going to do to really get to know those people and to leverage what you know about those people? You're going to express interest in them. You're going to ask them about them. You're going to learn about them, right? You're going to be interested in them. So then eventually, maybe then, you know how when you're in a party, you do that little shuffle and everybody moves around, and next thing you know, your back isn't up against the wall anymore. And when you turn around, oh, now there's more people in front of you that you can get to know. Now you've left those first people that you talked about, and they are saying, hey, that Marjorie, she's pretty awesome. That Sherri, she's amazing. That Cheryl, she's fabulous. I had such a great conversation with her. I have to remember her. I want to make sure I'm going to stay connected with her. So what am I going to do? I don't know. Maybe I'll give her my phone number, or I'll take her business card, or we'll exchange contact information. That's what we do on Facebook. Is this making sense? So now you've said hi to 4 people, you've gotten to know them, you've created some connection with them. They think highly of you because you've expressed interest in them. You've discovered ways that you can stay connected in the future, and you've turned around and you've got 4 more people to talk to, or 40, or 400, or 4,000 that you can talk to and get to know and express your interest in them, so that they start looking at you and going, oh, that Marjorie really cares about me. That's cool. Because who does everybody want to hang out with? The people who really care about you. That is Facebook in a nutshell. That's what we are going to work on this week, is how to use your Facebook business page to build relationships, to connect with people, to grow your community so that you can reach farther in that busy room. Now, if you just walked into the room and you started jumping up and down, hi, hi, and that's all you did, the people on the other side of the room are going to go, well, that's a lunatic. Why would we care about her? But if you work your way through and talk to, 4 people, then 4 more people, then 4 more people, and each one of them talk about you and help interact with you so that their friends go, hey, who's that you're talking to? I want to talk to her too. Soon the people at the other side of the room want to know about you because you've got so many other people expressing interest in you. This is what we are looking to build on our Facebook page, so that every time somebody interacts with you, somebody else goes, hey, what's going on over there? That looks really fun. That's exciting. I want to participate in that. It's a little bit of positive peer pressure. So I want you to start thinking about your Facebook page, not just as the place to promote your business, but as the place for you to grow community and connect with people, okay? So that starts with knowing about your community. Don't worry about them knowing about you. I want you to first look at them and wonder about them. Just like I had you come in and say, tell me a bit about your business, because I want to know about you. All right, so we're going to start on our Honor Your worksheet. Okay, is this making sense? I see Darlene says this is a great analogy, and this is really, for me, when I started thinking about it this way, this is when things started shifting. How do I get to the kitchen? How do I get to the people in the kitchen? Because I want to go and talk to those people too. So can I plow my way through? Would that be nice? Is that the way I want to do it? No. Am I going to jump up and down and scream? No. Am I just going to throw things at them? No. So how can I get these people between me and the people in the kitchen to help me? That's the key. So who is your ideal client, your ideal prospect, your dream client, whatever you call them? Who are they? How much do you know about them? Now, I think we all probably know, that they're men or women and their age and what they do. But how much more than that do we know? And is there ever too much to know? I don't think so. I want to know everything about you guys. Sorry if that sounds creepy. Okay, so my ideal client is, I want you to write this down on your worksheet. My ideal client is, I'll give you an example of mine, okay? Mostly women. I don't ever discount men. There are men that join, but I mean, predominantly 95% of my community are women. Mostly women between 30 and 60, 64. That doesn't mean people from either sides of that don't come in. They do. But I want to talk about who are my ideal, my dream clients. Women between 30 and 64 who have businesses, probably successful businesses that they've maybe run offline for a while before, but now want to move online and really don't know how to build a community online and leverage that. Does it matter what kind of businesses? I prefer virtual businesses over brick and mortar, but I can work with brick and mortars. I've done that an awful lot, so that's not going to stop me. But when I'm talking about dreams, I'm going to say virtual. Coaches, authors, speakers, online like Etsy sellers or Amazon store sellers, or people who create products or services and deliver them online. Now, when I know that, I can really get clear on how I communicate with those people. Cynthia, I will get you the workbook after this call, okay? I'll get it sent to you, not a problem. If you haven't registered, Cynthia, the link is here in the post and you can register and then you'll get it sent to you. But if you've registered already, I will get it to you, okay? So write down as much as you know, and don't worry if you don't know a ton, you'll learn more. I see most of my time on Facebook is about me learning about my dream clients more than me marketing or selling. Because by knowing people, it's easier to sell. And I don't really want to feel selly. I don't like feeling like I'm selling or pushing all the time. I'd rather appeal to people and have them come to me. We're going to work on that. Okay. So my ideal client is, and they really need my help to what? What do they need your help with? My clients need, my ideal client, my dream client needs my help to leverage Facebook, to use their Facebook page to grow their community, to build connections, to really get to know who their community is, to leverage Facebook Lives, to package their offers and their products and their services in a way that makes them easily deliverable and sellable online, to running ads that are effective, cost effective, time effective, result oriented, so that they can grow their business. So that's the next line. So that they can what? For me, I want the women who are with me in my community to grow their businesses so that they can have the lives of their dreams. That's my big why. And I'll tell you why this is so important. Cynthia, you registered on Friday, so just hang tough and I will message you after we're done here and get that workbook to you, okay? So, so that they can what? What is it going to achieve for them? So that they can have the life of their dreams, so that they can wear the wedding dress that they want to wear if you're a health and fitness coach, so that they can wear the mother of the bride dress that they'd like to wear, so that they can go wear a bikini and go to the beach, so that they can get their husband to retire from a job that he doesn't like, so that they can take their kids to Disneyland, so that they can travel the world and have a nomadic business instead of being location specific. We want to know this so that we can help them achieve what they want. Now, growing their business is the tool that will help them achieve that thing. Now, some of you aren't serving people who are in business. That's okay. You still want to know this. Some of you are selling, home decor. Some of you are selling candles. Some of you are selling uh, metal products that you make or art that you make. That's okay, because you want to know who are the people that buy from you that you love to do business with. This is who your ideal client is. So think back to a time when you sold to somebody who loved your work, raved about your work, said how great you were, thought the prices were completely fair, paid easily and happily for whatever you did, and was thrilled with the result of what you offered them. That's the person to focus on. There's more of those people. Remember, we've got 3 billion people here. We've got tons of people here that need to know what you do. So think about that dream person, and then what is it? Why is it this important to them? What are you helping them to do? Help them have a, a comfortable and relaxing home environment. I mean, recently people have spent more time at home than ever before. So all of you people who sell home decor items, whether it's, candles or wax meltings or decorative things or paintings or art, people need you more than ever, because if they're going to spend this much time at home, they want to be comfortable and relaxed and happy, and that feeling you get when you're in your house and you love it. We all know what it feels like when we are not so thrilled. All right, Kat says, where did you go? So am I still here? Are you guys still here? Is this still working? Says I'm still live, so I hope everything goes okay. Uh-oh. Says the video has ended. I still look like I'm going to me. Anybody else having a problem? You guys just give me a quick comment and let me know that you can still hear me and see me, please. Darlene says, so they don't have to depend on anyone else for an income. That's exactly how I feel. I want to make sure though, because I don't see what's going on. Can someone else? Oh, Elizabeth, thank you. Kat, I'm sorry, it may just be your internet then. Thank you, you guys. Lori, thank you. Katerina, thank you. Yay, I was getting really scared there when Kat said she couldn't see me anymore. So Kat, I hope you come back. Yay. Is this making sense to you guys? Okay? My ideal client is, I want you to just think pie in the sky, dream of that ideal person. Oh, thank you, you guys. Yes, refresh your browser. That might be it. That might be the answer. And they need your help to have a comfortable home, feel healthy in their bodies, wear the dress that they want to wear, ask for that raise, ask for that promotion, do the presentation that they need, speak on stage and impact more people, write a book, grow their business so that they can retire early, provide for their family, go on trips. See what I'm saying? Do you guys know this? Type this stuff in. If you guys would, type in my ideal client is with the info, really needs my help too with the info so that they can. All right? This is so, so, so important. And believe me, I resisted this. When I started my business, I had a coach who said, "Who's your ideal client?" And I said, "Anybody with a business." And really, that was very vague. And that would be one of the reasons why it took me 10 years to grow this business, because I was trying to be all things to all people. I was trying to talk to every business owner. Now, can I help every business owner? Sure. Do I want to? Does it light me up to help every business owner? No. Some are better fits for me than others. Some have businesses that I know can have a quicker impact than others. I always get approached by accountants and lawyers, and I could help them, but that's not what lights me up. And if I'm not lit up, I'm not giving them my best service. So I usually refer them on to somebody else to do a done for you package. Okay? So this is so important. Think about who lights you up. Okay? Now, we're going to go even deeper now. Annette, thank you. My ideal client is a reader who wants to relax for a few hours. Let's dig a little deeper into that. Is this a woman? Is this a man? What are their ages? Why do they want to relax? Why do they want to escape in a book? Let's dig a little deeper. And you might just be making this up. So if you don't know yet, just dream. Just think, if I could create this person, what would they be like? This is so important. This is you putting out in the universe who is ideal for you. Now, let me give you an example. And Annette, you made me think of this. I'm not picking on you. But I mean, when you write a book, pretty much anybody can read a book, right? Well, here's an example. I was at a networking event many years ago, and a woman there was making her own holistic, organic skincare and cosmetics line. It's a fabulous line. I asked her, I'm in a room of about 50 women, all 35 plus, and I asked her, who is your skin line for? And she said, anyone with skin. Well, that's everybody in the world, right? And I literally stood in this room and went, I can't think of anybody to refer you to. I don't know. Because it was so vague. It was everyone, and there was no specificity to it. So I couldn't help her reach the right people. Now, if she had said, I help women over 40 who want to get rid of the crow's feet and the little fine lines that are starting to appear around their mouths, I could have walked her around in that room and introduced her to 5 people who had probably talked to me about those things in the last month. And wouldn't that have been more helpful to her? So this doesn't mean that you can't serve everybody in that room. You certainly can. And I see so many great comments coming in. I'm not going to take time answering them all right now, but I will read them all afterwards. So please keep them coming. But isn't it better to serve 5 people in the room that then say, Elva's amazing and you've got to buy from Elva and I love connecting with Elva so that she will help you reach more people, than to try and serve everybody at once? And if you say, this is who my dream clients are, that doesn't mean you cannot serve people outside of that. I have clients who are men. I have men in my programs. I have brick and mortars in my programs. It can help everybody. We're talking about your dream. Let's put that out there. Really get clear on this, okay? Now, the next section in the worksheet. My clients and I share these interests. Now, this is fun. And I think most of you are going to be, maybe not all of you, maybe you'll surprise me, but usually people then come up with things that they have as interests that are in alignment with their business. And I don't want you to do that. Okay? Here's an example. Years ago, when I was, starting my business, my kids were younger. One of the things, I cooked dinner every night. I mean, I still do, but I was looking for variety, and I didn't have enough variety, and I wanted to cook different meals, and I wanted to try some different things. So I did a post asking for people to suggest other things, and that quickly got lost in my feed. And then I did an event, and that quickly got lost. So I started a group called the Recipe Exchange. The whole purpose was for moms to share recipes with each other, and meals that they were making, so that we could inspire and keep each other creative, and keep trying new things and all the rest of it. Sounds good, right? What has that got to do with my business? Nothing, except who do I serve? A lot of moms who have kids who are struggling to come up with good, healthy meals that aren't going to take them hours to create, that the kids are going to love and are going to eat. So did it help me to share a recipe on my page once a week of a meal that I made for my kids? Yes, because it was a connection point. Now, some of those women who came were entrepreneurs, and we were able to go deeper with our relationship, and some of them weren't, and that's okay. I still help them. But even though sharing recipes has nothing to do with my business, it helped me build a connection with people. And from that connection, people who could use my services came out of the woodwork, because we connected on something else that we shared an interest in, not my business. Sandra, you're never late. You are perfectly on time. You can catch up and join us anytime. All right, so does that make sense? So, does your dream client love gardening? Do they like cooking? Do they like wine? Do they like beer? I just bought a bike yesterday. You're going to be seeing a lot about bike riding, because I'm so happy to go bike riding. I love swimming. Those are two big things I discovered that bring me a lot of joy: swimming and bike riding. So I share about swimming and bike riding. I share what that does for my life. I share that I spend time doing that, because that shows to people that I've created the business that gives me the life of my dreams, which is what they want. So it's a connection. So what kind of interest do you share with your audience? Now, if you do something around essential oils in your business, I don't want to see you posting, that we're both interested in vanilla scents and we're both interested in this sort of stuff. Try not to align this too tightly with your business. I've given you two examples of things that can be completely disconnected from your business, that can bring people to you that will benefit your business. So let me give you one more example. I had a friend years ago who was a real estate agent, and no offense to any real estate agents, but you all probably know there are a ton of those around, right? They're on every corner, and you can go to any networking event and meet 6 real estate agents. And they have known for years that the most important thing that they need to do is build relationships, because it's like 5 years from the time somebody buys or sells a house to the time they need you again. So you better stay friends with them, so that when they do need to buy or sell a house, they think of you instead of the other realtor that they met at the last networking event. See my point? So how do you stand out? So my friend loves dogs. She does everything's about dogs, and she's always supporting, lost animal posts and sharing them on her profile. And I said, you should be doing this on your page. You should be connecting with dog lovers on your page. And she started doing that, and she started connecting with people who wanted to buy a house and wanted their dogs to be considered in the house purchase. Who started being attracted to her? Dog lovers who bought and sold houses. And she started being known for that. And she started attracting those people to her, because they knew, when I hire her, she's going to consider the needs of my dogs the same another real estate agent would consider my kids. Does that make sense? See how powerful it is? She started sharing about her passion, and out of the woodwork came people in this room of 3 billion people. People started raising their hands and saying, I love dogs too. Wow. When I sell my house, I want you to help me buy my next house. Because they knew there was a deeper connection there. Who is this resonating with? Okay, so I want you to write down 4 or 5 different things, different interests that you share with your dream clients. Now, you may not know yet. You may not be sure. Marlene loves golf. There you go. How many other women do you think that you do business with? And I know, Marlene, your clients are women that would love golf, who would love a picture of you on the 18th hole on your page and talking about how important it is to take a day for self-care. And today I went golfing to take care of myself because that's so important to, my doing business and being able to show up every day for my clients. I need to take care of myself. And so I went golfing. Who else loves golfing? And start getting people to raise their hands as having an interest with you. Now, you may find that everybody goes, no, I don't like golf. And then, Darlene, you got to find something else to talk to them about. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's wine, maybe it's bike riding, maybe it's travel, maybe it's, who knows, maybe it's protecting the koalas. Fishing, perfect, perfect. Take a picture of yourself fishing. This is about bringing you into your business and showing it and expressing it. Kickboxing, Joanne, that's awesome. With your 7-year-old. Fabulous. People want to see you. And when they see you, you stand out in the corner of that room with a glow and you attract people. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to get your page to attract the right people to you. Today we're talking about who those people are. Okay, so jot down some interests that you have that you may have with your ideal clients, your dream clients. You may not know yet. You're going to have to test and find out, are they interested in this or not? Okay, now the reason why you want to know this is because the more you know about this, the better content you can create. So you want to know this so you can create content that will allow you to create connections with your ideal prospects. Because that's what this is all about. This is not an impersonal platform. This is a personal platform. Okay? And I want you to remember this last line on this sheet. Most people are not on Facebook to be sold to. Yet you're able to sell through relationships. And that's what we're working on. All right? So I know we've gone long, Katerina. I usually am going to aim for 30 to 40 minutes each day. The first day tends to be a bit longer because there's a whole bunch of housekeeping stuff to go through. And then Sunday, the Q&A session tends to go a little bit longer too because there's always a ton of questions. So you guys, fill out this worksheet. Take a picture of it and share it in the group if you'd like. I'd love to see it. Remember to use the hashtag FBExplosion every post that you make around this workshop, okay? So take a picture of your worksheet, post it in the group. I'd love to see your notes. Comment in the homework thread. I don't even remember what I asked, so it'll be a surprise to all of us. Comment there. Start digging. What things can you share? I bet you have been on your Facebook page just being professional, just being about business, just sharing about your business. And you're probably not getting the results that you want because you aren't building connections with that. So let's dig deep. Tomorrow we talk about how to make sure your page really represents how awesome you are and attracts the right people to you. Thursday we talk about creating content that makes you stand out. Friday we talk about 5 biz boosting strategies anyone can use. Saturday we're talking about 4 money maps that will help you sell more. But it all starts with connection and community, and that's what we're talking about.